Anthony Wilson faces the judge after multiple THC-positive tests. His lawyer argues he's been testing weekly and deserves another chance on bond.
Anthony Wilson.
Thank you. Your Honor, I appreciate the court's accommodation in passing this matter. Before we broke, the court asked that I get in contact with the lab in Detroit that Mr. Wilson's been testing at. We were able to do that. Mr. Wilson did provide a sample on November 22nd. The test results have not yet been processed by that lab. But with that said, Your Honor, he is drug tested November 7th, November 9th, November 22nd, which is consistent with random testing once a week, which was initially ordered. The issue is he needs to have these results provided to community corrections by signing a release of information. And if the court is so gracious as to continue his bond, I would make sure that is done. That said, we have no result for the November 22nd date. And I think the bigger issue here is Mr. Wilson tested positive for THC in the first 3 samples he provided, and he expects he'll test positive for THC in...
Wilson admits he may test positive again, but promises to stop using marijuana or get a medical card to stay compliant with his bond.
The sample he just provided. I spoke to Mr. Wilson, and he is going to take the steps to either get a medical cannabis license or refrain from using marijuana while he's on bond. And he understands that cannot use marijuana while on bond. Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider continuing his bond based on the fact he's made his 2 court appearances. He has not been charged with, or he hasn't been convicted of any crimes in, it looks like, about 10 years based on my review of his criminal history. Mr. Wilson is a father. He has 2 young kids. And when I went back to speak with him, his number 1 concern was making sure those kids get picked up from school. So we did make arrangements to make sure that happened. Mr. Wilson works 2 jobs. He works for DoorDash and Uber in addition to currently building his home business. Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider continuing his bond. I don't believe he's a threat to the public. I don't think he's a flight risk. And with these bond violations, he's going to get compliant with his bond.
He's going to what?
He's going to get compliant with his bond and remain compliant.
The judge confronts Wilson about his behavior with officers. Wilson apologizes, saying the stress of the case and caring for his kids overwhelmed him.
His bond.
What I should do, Mr. Wilson, is I should lock you up for a couple of reasons. One, you're in violation of your bond, but at least you've been testing. Explain to me something now, because your counsel makes a good argument about kind of letting you go and letting you do these things. Explain to me, when I sent you back, why you had to act like you did.
I didn't act like anything.
Mr. Wilson. Your Honor, when I spoke to Mr. Wilson...
What were you telling these officers? Because all they're doing is following my order. So if you want to maintain that you did nothing, then we'll maintain that, and I'll just make my darn decision. They do not deserve to in any way be disrespected.
I apologize for my outburst of what I may have said. At the moment, because someone used my name, I'm going through this instance, so I'm totally innocent. I'm being really drugged through the mud because of this. So I'm very frustrated, and I'm sorry.
The judge warns him sharply, check your attitude. You were close to spending Thanksgiving in jail. Officers even defended him despite his outburst.
I get it.
So
Is that anybody in this room's fault?
I take accountability for my action. I apologize for the way I acted. There's no excuse, but it's just so much on me right now. It's just... I've never been to Ann Arbor in my life. And the 2 times I've been here, I've been in cuffs both times. And I've never been here in my life.
Maybe, can I just say this? Maybe what you should do is just check your attitude. And I'm dead serious about that. Because when I found out what happened back there, you weren't going to see the light of day through Thanksgiving.
I understand, Your Honor.
And you know what's funny about that is? It was the people you disrespected that even started me maybe changing my mind about where you should spend Thanksgiving. Because while you had already disrespected them, they realized that you got kids, that you want to be someplace.
Yes.
So instead of giving...
Wilson explains he's a father of 2, works 2 jobs, and is fighting to stay out of jail so he can care for his kids and keep his life stable.
I think what they did, they helped me get in contact with my family to at least check on my kids.
Exactly.
I'm responsible for them, and without me, they can't get back and forth to school or anything.
Right. And they got that, didn't they?
Yes.
And they made sure that you could do... That's the only reason that you're still back there right now.
I understand, Your Honor.
Think before you start doing stuff, all right?
Yes.
And I realize you may be frustrated by this whole process, about everything that's going on.
Totally.
But young man, give it a chance to just work itself through. Because acting the way that you're acting now, those kids are going to be without dad.
You're absolutely right, Your Honor. These couple of hours away from them has been a lot.
Yeah. And think about it if it were just a few days. Because again, that's where you were.
The judge lays out the rules: sign the release, stay clean, get the medical card, and stop violating bond, or face serious consequences.
Are we adjourning this out?
Your Honor, I would request that this matter be set for examination.
So all of the discovery is complete. You have it?
I believe so, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available the 23rd.
We will try for that date, Your Honor. One of my officers, I'll have to double check with him, but I'll try for that date.
Preliminary examination in person, December 23rd, 2025, noon. Before me, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So you will have an opportunity to show me if you can use your head about this.
You're right, Your Honor. Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
And if you come back here before me, and that's not it,
The hearing ends with a final warning: don't mess this up. Wilson's preliminary exam is set for December 23rd, his last chance to prove himself.
we're going to have a problem. And when I have a problem with people, who wins?
Probably you do most of the time.
Probably in here, always.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Excuse me. Is there anything I need to sign before? 'Cause that's the whole problem we're having here.
What do you mean?
No, I'll make sure the appropriate releases are.
Oh, the release. I don't have the release. So here's what you got to do, young man. The place that you're testing,
Yes.
you've got to get a release. Then the public defender can help you. You got to get a release to them to release the result to community corrections.
Okay.
Okay? The other thing you got to do is you got to get on that medical marijuana card so you're not in violation there.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
So it's really simple. Don't mess it up.
Yes, sir.
Javon, continue. And you know what? Those street folks around you, you need to thank them for your freedom. Because
Yes, sir.
I wasn't going to do it.
Thank you, sir.